welcome back. I am finally in the fall mood. I live in Florida. My name's Victoria, and I'm so happy you're here. It's really hard to get into the fall spirit when it's 90 degrees outside, but right now my AC is very low, and I've had a pumpkin spice latte today, and I mean, my table centerpiece is really what inspired my whole fall this year. So we actually hung out together and built this a couple weeks ago. So we're gonna link that past YouTube decorating with me. This year I was feeling very organic. So every year when I take out my fall decorations, I have no idea what's going to come out of me. And this year, this is what it is. And it was just super earthy and I love it so much. And I hope that you're inspired by it too. But today, you guys, we are going to continue to be inspired by fall. And I want to show you some of my favorite pieces that are in Free Spirit Bundle, Build Your Own Bundle. So today we're gonna walk through and I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks for fall decorating, and you will be able to purchase, if you're inspired by anything, you can actually head over to freespiritbundle.com and you can grab and build your own fall bundle. This is my first year ever doing a fall collection on Build Your Own Bundle, and I have been blown away and so blessed at how quickly things are selling out. So don't be sad if some of these candlesticks are not available anymore. I promise you there are more coming. Every Friday we do a website refresh. We take off the things that have sold out and new items are added. So check back in a couple days and hopefully you will find your favorite things. So you'll notice there are lots of sizes and shapes and colors and textures, and that's what makes design beautiful in my opinion. We started with nothing on this box, and then I kind of grouped in threes. You'll notice this is a little collection of 3, this is a collection of 5, so I apologize, odd numbers, and a collection of 3. And I stand back. One of the best ways to know if you like something, take a picture, my friends, because you can actually see what it looks like. And then I just layered in the pine cones. I mixed up the candles. The candles were probably the hardest part for me. I switched them out multiple times until I was like, okay, yeah, I love it. As your own interior designer in your home, if you love it, that's all that matters. So I loved mixing all the colors. I think this could be beautiful too if all the candlesticks were the same. So if you're very type A, I am not, then put all the same color candlestick, but you can still get that designer and cozy, funky vibe by mixing up all your different glass. I want to show you one of my favorite items over here that I live with all year long. As we continue to hang out, you will see that I love candlelight. It is one of the most inexpensive ways to make a huge impact, and it immediately feels cozy, and it's kind of like fire in the fall, right? This is my favorite. This is a historic cloche, the copper feet, and I simply put a pumpkin, and again, pulling that tablescape, the natural organic vibe for this fall. You can put just a candle in here, you could put a Christmas tree or a snowman or a nutcracker for the holiday, Easter eggs, like every season. This is such a fun piece. It would make a really great holiday gift. These taper candles, lots of colors this year, just like my table. I'm all feeling like the greens, the coppers, mauve, and ivory, all those colors this year. I'm pretty sure I could light up an entire wedding with all the votive holders that I have. In fact, I've done that for my team member, Gabby, who is the soul behind our YouTube. Since we're in the dining room, I thought it would be fun to use a cake stand for our pumpkins. A really fun tip, you guys, moss. This stuff is kind of like a rug in a room. It just anchors all the things. So on the cake stand, our moss anchors our pumpkin. Let's go to the other end of the dining room now. I know there's a lot of stuff on here. For the holidays, I always love to make a holiday bar. I just think it's really fun. This console changes all the time, almost with every season. When you want to put a lot of things together and have the functionality, my #1 tip is to compartmentalize things. Trays, risers, cake stands, as you saw on the other end of the dining room. This was one of my favorite risers that is in Build Your Own Bundle. It's really heavy duty. I loved the gold, and it's the perfect little place for our Don Julio in the fancy bottle that I found at Goodwill. trays are holding all the tools that we need. How beautiful is this? I think this would make a fabulous gift. This was inspired because 3 years ago when I started Free Spirit Bundle, I found these beautiful giving hands and I haven't been able to find them since, but then I found these, which I actually really love the scale of these. And they're all one of a kind. All the wood tones are different. Some of them are all dark, some of them are just light. And it's the perfect little holder for our toppings and our drinks. I know I say everything's my favorite. This is another favorite. I love this so much and I love changing it for the season. I put my past bundle, Succulent, in there, and there's a little chipmunk, Chippy. He was one of my favorites too on Build Your Own Bundle. And then I just put the little velvet acorns, pine cones, some dried florals. There's a lot happening in here, but isn't he so cute? He seems very happy. I thought the acorns were really fun with the little squirrel. I wasn't sure if it was a chipmunk or a squirrel. I don't know what the difference is. You know the difference? I don't know. Let's go look at the bookshelves and the mantle in the living room. When it comes to making a beautiful garland, whether you have a mantle or a dresser, a buffet, you don't have to have a mantle to make a beautiful garland. And this garland, there are 3 different layers. The beautiful orange slices, I fell in love with those. So those you can grab on Build Your Own Bundle. And the lanterns on the mantle. It's all about the cozy detail of lighting, my friends. Just like at the beginning, when we talked through the tablescape and all the layers, the same is true here. The moss kind of anchors the pumpkins. The books that are in Build Your Own Bundle give you different heights and layers. And my best advice is try and try again until you love it. Also, when you want to create a beautiful scape, I would encourage you to empty the shelves, empty the dresser, empty the mantle, and start with nothing. And you're going to build one layer after another after another. Always add candlelight because it will immediately give you the cozy feels for fall. You'll notice that I started the anchor books, then we layered with moss and put a pumpkin on top. I wanted it to feel kind of like a waterfall. Then I slanted the second pumpkin and the third just sat there. Now, when I saw that, I was like, something's missing. That's when I decided to remove the falling one and the one sitting and add the leaves that you see underneath it, giving that one more layer of texture. And then we added a happy pine cone, which tied in all of the pine cones that are on the face. When you're designing things, you want to think in groups of 3, 5. Also think about the shape of a triangle. So you have the top, and then it goes down. You'll see the same thing. We have the top pumpkin all the way down to the bottom pumpkin. Okay, see the triangle, you guys? Here's the triangle, and here's the triangle. Does that make sense now that you can see and draw it in your brain? The same is true with our candlesticks. We have the beautiful mercury glass lantern, which is another favorite in BYOB, and the gold tapers, the orange candlesticks, and you have to think about balance. So this is an example of when I was building this, unlike my tablescape where I have all different color candlesticks, I wasn't feeling good about that for this. And I actually tried it. I was like, no. So even though these 2 candlesticks are the same and this one is different, they're all in the same family of color, which is why I believe it's okay. And it felt very balanced to me. Let's go see the kitchen layered garland above the hood, another favorite from BYOB. This garland I originally started, you'll see in Decorate With Me Part 1 for fall, I started with it on the dresser and I thought I loved it until I had to steal them for this and I actually love the dresser better. So when it comes to decorating, you guys, just keep trying. Again, take pictures of things because it's going to help your eye actually see. It's kind of like not knowing what you look like until you see a picture of yourself, and that's always a lovely thing. I'm learning not to talk bad about myself like, oh, that's, yeah. No, you're beautiful. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. And I'm so happy that you were here with me today. Thank you guys for hanging out. I want to show you one more cloche idea before we sign off today. Isn't Isn't he so cute? Again, I was inspired by all the natural elements. Happy little pumpkin. This can absolutely stay out year round. It could also be a really fun and unique gift idea. So if you saw anything that you loved today, I would be so grateful if you head over to freespiritbundle.com. You can click on build your own bundle. Grab your favorite things. Be sure to use coupon code FALL and you can actually save $10 at checkout. And I can't wait to hang out next week. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you liked what you saw, we would be grateful if you could give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Let me know in the comments below something you learned today. For those of you that don't know, I am a professional interior designer for a living. I have lots of side hustles like Free Spirit Bundle and Free Spirit Marketplace. And I'm just truly an entrepreneur at heart, but my favorite thing is design install day. So next week, please come hang out as we walk through a home in Jacksonville Beach where we were able to touch on multiple rooms. We did a guest space for them. And you know what else? It's going to show you that you don't always have to empty your room and start over. For example, their dining room, I want to say the only thing I did was hang art, draperies, and I styled, oh, and they got some bookshelves, which actually are on Free Spirit Marketplace. Anyway, we'll hang out next week and go through this beautiful home that was an older home that got renovated. See you then. And it would make a really great grid. It would make a really, I guess that's not a triangle. Erica.
It's a triangle.
It's still a triangle. A right triangle? Is there a left triangle?